Last time on Banter Wars, Mario's robot It's Me took out Twig's robot in the Heap semi-final, followed by the exploding wolf being burst like a balloon by the PM's pulverizer. In the final, the PM's pulverizer ran rampant and goes on to the grand final of Banter Wars. Hello everybody and welcome back to Banter Wars, where 36 competitors compete for the Banter Wars trophy. So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. We've had 5 heats done and we have 1 more space in the grand final. Today we have 6 more competitors to compete for that last place. Let's go meet them now.
Hi everybody, my name's Bill the Meershed and I have a robot called the Day Ruiner. As the local weatherman, it's my duty to ruin people's day with bad weather cycles. My robot is the best in this competition, and I say that because I know it. I got the most amount of weapons in the competition and the deadliest weapons in the competition. So it's up to old Bill the Meershed to show you how it's all done. Bill the Meershed's robot, the Day Ruiner, has a massive array of weapons at the front, 5 different types of saw blades, each one capable of tearing the opponents to shreds. Despite its powerful weaponry, the robot is sluggish, slow, and undefended on 3 out of 4 sides. It also doesn't have a Shremek, so it's liable to being flipped. Hello, Officer Bobby Plod here, with my robot, the Long Arm of the Law. My robot has a large mace weapon at the front which will smash the crims into submission. It also has very strong armour and is not going to be destroyed by anybody. As the only police officer in the competition, I shall win hands down. Anyone who tries to stop that is going to receive imminent punishment. The Long Arm of the Law, Sir Bobby Plod's prized robot, has a large mace weapon at the front that spins freely, able to knock any opponents into the nearest jail cell. However, the robot is undefended at 3 sides, and again is liable to being tipped over. However, if turned over, the Long Arm of the Law has 2 long arms on the side to throw itself back over. This is one of the favourites for the heat.
Hello everybody, my name is Sergeant Portington, and I have entered my own robot into the competition known as Banter Wars. My robot is Portington's prized box. It is a small wedge-shaped robot with a moustache on the front to show how upper class it is. This is the greatest robot in the competition, I might add. It has a wedge-shaped body and quite a lot of speed. It doesn't need that in order to win, all it needs is money. And it has plenty of money, I would say so myself.
Portington's prize box is the only lightweight in this heat. It doesn't have weapons, and much like It's Me from the other competition, it is a wedge-shaped robot with its main aim to get under the opponents and tip them over. However, with its lack of weaponry and small size, this one is one of the outsiders for the heat.
Yes, my name is Wollington, and I am the name of Wollington's warrior. It's a big finish blade on the front that makes it up the seatbelt. There he is, with the face on the back. Oh, yes, I win the competition of Banter Wars.
Wollington's Warrior is a huge heavyweight robot with a massive spinning blade at the front, complete with large axe blades that could easily smash an opponent to pieces. Though it has no Shremek, the rear end of the robot is wedge-shaped, which very little can get under. The only known weakness of this robot is the sides, where it is completely undefended. Though it is sluggish, the weapon is powerful enough to make this the heat favourite. Good afternoon, my name is Jives the Butler. I used to be on the intro slates' videos until they kicked me out. I entered this competition to take revenge on those who put me out of my position, namely the Prime Minister and those disgusting people in charge of me. Those disgusting people being Sir Duke Poshington and Lord Sir Wellington Bollington. So my robot is made to take on those robots and to absolutely destroy them and the people behind them. Jives the Butler has entered his own robot, Dinner Plate, which, to be honest, is a dinner plate he found in the garden shed. Not only is this the first robot he's entered into this competition, but it's also his first entry into any gaming video. The robot is a circular body with attached spikes on the side and has plenty of agility and spinning power. It is essentially a full-bodied spinner, much like the Wizard of Banter. Predicted to be an outside chance in this competition.
Hello, I am the judge, and this is my entry to the Banter Wars competition. My robot is appropriately called the Sentencer. Not only does my robot have an appropriate name, but it also has appropriate weaponry. We have the gavel on the front and a small spike which represents my nose. Now, when I originally built this robot, I sentenced it to be indestructible, and so it should be. It will win this competition hands down. I sentence all other robots to eternity rusting on the local scrap heap.
The Sentencer is the judge's entrance to the Banter Wars competition. Quite a slow, sluggish robot, but quite heavy and with two powerful weapons on the front, including the large gavel weapon and the small flipper weapon for tipping the opponents over. This dual weapon system is the judge's key to success in this competition, but without a Streamek, the robot is likely to be flipped over. So we have our competitors, 6 new entries, all competing for the last place in the grand final. Let's head to round 1. So round 1 consists of 2 3-way battles with 1 robot eliminated from each. The first one consists of Poshington's prized box, the Day Ruiner and the Sentencer. Who's going to be the first to be eliminated?
Sir Duke Poshington, welcome to the show. People are surprised that, as such a big name on a heap of land, you've entered what appears to be a very weak robot. What's your reasoning behind this?
Yes, I have very good reasoning behind what I've done. Like me, my robot is weak physically and intellectually. But I have lots of money, you see. And because I have lots of money, I'm one of the most powerful people in the world. Just like my robot shall be. It shall win this competition with the power of very good contacts and monetary, economic, whatever. That word, that's how it will win, yes.
So on we go, into the last heat of this competition. The 3 have come together and it's the Day Ruiner and the Sentencer going at it with Poshington's prize box just hanging around doing, let's face it, nothing. Look at the size difference between the Day Ruiner and Poshington's prize box, it's amazing. Poshington's prize box hasn't got a chance. But he's under the Sentencer. Can he turn him over? He's turned him over. Poshington's prize box has thrown the Sentencer on his back, but now stuck underneath the Day Ruiner and quickly losing health. He can't get out. And now the Sentencer is being counted out. Who's going to go first? He tries to get away. He manages to do it quickly, and the Sentencer has gone. Eliminated from the competition. Well, what a shock that was. Everyone expected the prize box to be eliminated first, but it turns out that the Sentencer, without a Streamek, is the first to go. Tipped over by Poshington's prize box.
Judge, your robot was interesting, both in appearance and style and tactic, but unfortunately you're out of this early stage, tipped over by Sir Duke Poshington's robot. Firstly, what are your opinions, and secondly, why is your gavel covered in tinsel?
Unfortunately, this match was not corrupted enough for me to take the victory. I'd love to be on the judges panel, but they think I'd be a bit biased, and my gavel is covered in tinsel because it's nearly Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. I sentence you all to have a merry one. Right, go. Go now. Go!
Next up in round 1, we take the last 3 remaining robots into combat. We have the long arm of the law, Wollington's warrior, and the dinner plate. Massive rivalry up ahead for Jives and Wollington's robots, who will come out on top.
Officer Bobby Plod, welcome to Banter Wars. What are your aims in this competition here today?
Hello, Officer Bobby Plod here. I'm here to win this competition today, and anyone who disagrees with me is going to get something naughty in their back pocket. I'll frame them, and then I'll have the judge to answer to later. He'll be sneaking something in their back pocket as well, eh? Hey? Yeah.
And off we go. The robots begin, and all 3 come together quickly. Long arm of the law straight in on Wollington's warrior. And as we expected, Wollington's warrior and the dinner plate at each other's throats. It's going to be interesting to see how the long arm of the law gets involved between these 2, because these 2 will be straight for each other. And already it's looking like a stalemate. I think the long arm of the law is trying to separate the 2. Probably not ideal. But here we go. and now it's the long arm of the law between the two robots. Under attack and crushed by Wollington Warriors' vital weaponry. This is becoming quite a tedious battle as all three robots are determined to stay exactly where they are. Who is going to come out on top? Who is going to be the first to fall? Looks like the long arm of the law is about to escape, trying desperately to break free, but too much damage is being done on the top of the shell by Wallington's warrior. Something's got to give. And finally, the long arm of the law is free. The long arm of the law is free, and Wallington's warrior is flipped over. Will he be tipped? Can he be tipped? Is the robot too large? Both are trying to get under. Both are trying to push. Wallington's warrior is now stuck on top of dinner plate. And finally, Wallington's warrior is back down. And now crushing dinner plate. He's got him in a corner. Now comes in on dinner plate. Tries his best to free him. The Wallington warrior is not going to move very far. Bang goes the mace into the side. Let's be honest, it's not the most effective weaponry, but it is doing some limited damage. Now comes into the side. Now the dinner plate attacks the long arm of the law. Crashes into Wallington's warrior. Now this has been a tight battle so far. Nobody's really come out on top. Dinner plate's been active, but pretty ineffective. The long arm of the law is taking some serious damage, and Wallington warrior has just sluggishly moved around and caught onto whoever he can. Nobody's taking this game. The long arm of the law is now stuck again between, and this could be decisive because we're into the last seconds of the game. It looks like the long arm of the law has suffered, and that might count in the judge's decision. All three robots did their part, but nobody came out on top in the end. So it goes to the judges, and the long arm of the law is gone! For the amount of damage received, the long arm of the law spent too long between the other two opponents, took on too much damage, and is out of the competition. This means that the rivalry between the dinner plate and the two posh robots goes on.
Officer Bobby Plod, you threatened to arrest anyone who would beat you, but something seems to have gone drastically wrong.
Why, yes. Something seems to have gone amiss. I will retreat briefly before carrying on my duty as the most trained and well-informed police officer in a heap of land. Just give me a minute, yeah?
So on to round 2 now. Down to 4 robots all competing for that last place in the grand final. And first up in round 2 is the Day Ruiner and Wallington's Warrior. Wallington Warriors, strong favourite for this one. But let's see what the Day Ruiner can do. Can it spring a surprise or two?
Build a Mearshed. You are the underdog in this battle. People say that Wallington's warrior is far too powerful for your robot. What do you think your chances are in this battle?
Well, I might be one of the most unimportant characters in this channel, but I'm going to show Wallington's warrior what it's like to be on the losing side of things. I'm going to rain on his parade.
Lord Sir Wallington Bollington, congratulations on making it to round 2. You're next up against the Day Ruiner. Could you give us a little information on how you built your robot? It looks mighty powerful.
Why, yes, my robot was made there with a lemon and a camel, and the camel was on the mountain up in the west, ended up there, and we threw the peasants off the cliff. The damn peasants went splat everywhere. And then we went up the gale.
Can the sun shine on the Day Ruiner, or will the rain come crashing down? Both of their spinning weapons, this could be a close one to call. But Wallington's warrior is the odds-on favourite with that much larger weapon. Currently chasing the Day Ruiner, who is sort of bobbling along. Who can win out with the blades? It looks like the Day Ruiner is doing some substantial damage, with 5 different weapons all going at the same time. If one stops, the rest of the 4 continue, unlike the Wallington's blade, which continues to struggle to get hold of the Day Ruiner. And something's smoking. I think Wollington is smoking. Wallington's robot is on fire. It's very tense so far. Nobody's really grabbed onto this. But so far, the Day Ruiner is probably on top. And there's a fridge on the arena for some reason. Now is the epic struggle. One weapon's gone from the Day Ruiner. He's lost one of the blades. That's incredible damage. But two of the ramps on the front of Wollington's warrior have gone. Look at that! The sword blade from the Day Ruiner has stopped the weapon of Wollington's warrior. And now the weapon's gone. Everything's falling off these robots. But it looks now like the Day Ruiner has taken the fight to Wollington's warrior. Could this be the end for the mustache Day Ruiner, who is still with 4 weapons intact, is about to destroy the warrior. He's about to destroy the warrior. He pushed into a corner, briefly withdraws, but one more hit should do it. And there we go. Wollington's warrior, favourite for the competition, torn to shreds and out of the competition. A big shock to everyone there, the Day Ruiner, causing a few surprises here and there. It's all sunshine at the moment. Next up, a huge rivalry between Jives the Butler's dinner plate and Poshington's prize box. Could this be revenge for Jives the Butler for all the mistreatment he's received? Or will Poshington finally put Jives in his place? Why are we wasting time? Let's go find out.
Jives, it's great to have you here. A great occasion for many reasons. You've never been in an A Heap of Games video before apart from the old intro slates. And also you're here rivaling your former employer, Sir Poshington. How do you think this one's going to go? Is it as fierce as people say it is? Yes, thank you. It's good to be here, finally, after all this time, ever since I was taken off the intro slates once I lost my job under the employment of Sir Duke Poshington and Lord Sir Wollington Bollington, who, I might tell you, are not as gentlemanly as they may put across in these videos. They're actually a pair of loudmouth morons with no manners or etiquette whatsoever. I was treated appallingly as I was in their employment. There were bricks through my windows. There was boiling kettles over my head. I'm here today to take revenge on those previous owners, and I shall do it swiftly and without mercy. Sir Duke Poshington, we have a fierce rivalry coming up just now against your old employee, Jives the Butler. What do you think of the man?
Well, Jives was an average butler at the end of the day, and he was a poor person, so frankly I don't really care about his well-being or his family or his economic issues, because frankly rich people are the only one with true feelings. That includes me as Lord Sir Wollington Bollington and the Prime Minister. Everyone else is a worthless. Chuck 'em on the streets, I say, yes, let the rats deal with them.
Now the robots are in the middle of the arena. Poshington's prize box is trying desperately to get underneath. Nothing much happening at the moment. It's all sort of dancing around each other. Dinner plate trying to do some damage, and finally does some damage on the side. What can the prize box do here? The robot is very small, so it's going to be difficult to get under and turn the dinner plate over. The dinner plate has so much more pushing power and so much more deadly weaponry. At least it has weaponry. Poshington's prize box is struggling. It's losing life. Is the rivalry going to finish in favour of Jives? I think it is. It is! The prize box slammed into submission and eliminated from the competition. So Poshington loses to his own butler in the robot arena. This makes a rather juicy final between the dinner plate and the Day Ruiner. But first, let's go do some sumo. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we take a break from our main show yet again to join the Sumo Challenge. And this time, the last competitor we have Sirloin of Oreo. Can he join the mobility scooter and wheelchair in the grand final sumo competition?
What do you think your chances are, Sirloin, in this competition? You don't think you got much chance?
Here we go, Sirloin of Oreo, the last of our sumo competitors against the bloody pendulum, which looks like a ferocious beast. Sirloin has got a pair of spikes on the front and, frankly, quite a lot of pace. Seems to be dancing around the bloody pendulum right now, whose weapon looks ferocious. Look at it go. Can't seem to chase Sirloin though, and it looks a pretty unstable beast to be fair. Sirloin almost gets taken there. Can't see where the bloody pendulum is. Almost getting trapped, just needs to get those spikes in on the side, on those wheels. Vulnerable wheels. But here we go, here's Sirloin of Oreo getting underneath the bloody pendulum. Can this be it? Can he push this mega heavyweight out of the arena? The bloody pendulum is a heavyweight robot, whereas Sirloin is a medium weight, so it's going to take a lot of pushing power from that small robot. from the reptilian beast. Push the bloody pendulum out. It's getting close, pushes towards the edge, onto the flames. And that's it. It's got to be. And he's gone. The bloody pendulum, a bloody nightmare in the arena, falls out, leaves Salornivorio to join 2 other competitors in the grand final of Sumo. Can't wait for that one. Back to the main show with you.
So we're back for round 3 of Heat F. And this is going to be between Dinner Plate and the Day Ruiner for the last place in the grand final.
Jives, congratulations on reaching the final. This is the first time we've talked to you since you won over Sir Duke Poshington. How does it feel to beat your rival in such a manner? It was an absolute thrashing, and also how do you think your chances fare in this coming fight? Well, defeating Sir Duke Poshington was one of my major aims coming into this tournament, and I'm glad I did it. I knew I could, and finally I've been able to put him in his place after all these months. As for the next fight, building me a shed does not stand a chance. My robot is superior. It may not look it, but it is built with the butler's hand. The butler's hand knows best. Building me a shed, you're through to the grand final, and this time you're actually seen as the stronger opponent. What do you think your chances are, and do you think you can make it all the way to the grand final?
Well, I think I stand a great chance. I'm going to smash that dinner plate up so hard, not even an American such as I would be able to eat off of it. I'm building me a shed.
3, 2, 1, go! And off we go. The Dinner Plate versus the Day Ruiner. The Dinner Plate with much greater speed, but not so much control. And already the Day Ruiner is coming in and doing some damage on the Dinner Plate. With the pit open now, is someone going to push someone else in? You'd think that the Day Ruiner has got more power in that robot than the Dinner Plate, but the Dinner Plate has a lot more pace and a lot more agility. Maybe too much though. Getting dangerously close to the pit. Pushes the Day Ruiner, but gets damage at the same time, pushing him against the arena sidewall. But without any way to turn the Day Ruiner over, there's not much else he can do. And they come together again, crash into each other, but the Dinner Plate pushes, and the Day Ruiner is in the pit. Jives, the butler's Dinner Plate has won. Well, what a surprise. The Dinner Plate has taken on all the other contenders and absolutely smashed them. The Dinner Plate, Jives the butler, through for the last place in the grand final. So that's it. All the heats are done now. The next episode is the big final itself, and we'll finally crown the champion of Banter Wars 2015. Let's take a look at our final 6 competitors.
From Heat A, we have the Bone Bugger Upper, owned by Terence the Doctor, able to turn opponents over with its large claw weapon. From Heat B, we have Billy Bob Beard, owned by Billy Bob Bill himself, with a hair-made flipper on the front. From Heat C, we have an ordinary robot, Blimey, with 2 flipper weapons, able to beat Crikey O'Blimey in the Heat final. From Heat D, we have Wizard of Banter, named after the Wizard of Banter, with a spinning weapon around the entire body. From Heat E, we have the Prime Minister's Pulverizer, which easily took out Mario's robot. Joining them in the grand final is the Dinner Plate.
So there you have it, there are the 6 finalists. Place your bets in the comments below. We hope to see you next time for more robot-destroying banter. See you later, everyone.
An entertaining show today, Lord Sir Wollington Bollington. What have you made of it so far?
Yes, I think it's wonderful today. I had a wonderful time the peasant stroke my moustache. I had smashing cucumber sandwiches, and I had lots of money, and I threw the peasants in the fire. It's better go burn.